what are the right blogs?
I don't know if there's really an answer to that question. It's like saying, how can you be authentic, right? I don't know if there is a right blog. It's all a matter of personal taste. I mean, there are probably people who hate my show and don't listen to it. But you know what? It doesn't matter because I don't need, you don't need, there's, Julian Smith turned me on to this interesting idea. He said, there's an infinite number of people on the internet, so why would you be concerned about a few that hate you?
It's going to happen, isn't it?
The bigger you get, I think it's inevitable that you'll get some hate. I don't get it all that much, but I mean, there are people who don't like my show. I'm fairly certain of it. I remember, especially in the early days, we tried to do a launch, and one guy actually left in the comments that that the show is crappy, and it was a comment on a guest blog. He said Blogcast FM misses the mark, and Srini doesn't know what he's doing. So, I mean, what are you going to do about that? Nothing. I was going to respond, and my business partner stopped me. He said, better that I respond than not you. And it was left at that, and who knows what happened to that guy.
What do you do when that sort of thing happens? How do you
Nothing.
deal with them?
Nothing. Uh, because it's not really worth. Here's the interesting thing, right, about trolls is what I realized. If you feed them, they get stronger. So I tend to just kind of ignore stuff like that, or and I loved what I saw Tim Ferriss talk about once in a talk. He said nothing gives him more delight than looking at some really lengthy comment that somebody has written that actually is super negative, because you can tell they've put in a shitload of time into putting it out there and just pressing delete. I mean, what are you gonna do with that? Nothing. Like it's not useful. It's just it's strange that people take out their rage issues and their anger on other people on the internet that they've never met.
Like content creators.
Well, Kamal Ravikant told me something really interesting. The guy has like 256 five-star reviews on his book, and then there's like one-star review. But what he noticed was that the person who left the one-star review had a pattern of leaving shitty reviews on all books. So, there's really nothing you do about that. It's kind of a waste of your energy.
All right. We are coming close to the end of the interview here, but you've mentioned in your interviews that you want to build a media empire. What do you want to do with Blogcast FM?
Well, I'm not going to give away too much here, but we are going to be expanding into a full-blown network of shows. We have a new show coming very soon, probably in about, if this is airing tomorrow, probably about 4 or 5 weeks from now. You guys will see it on the air. It's being developed as we speak. So what'll happen is it will just grow into different niches. We'll hit different topics. We'll have different hosts. That's kind of the vision right now, and we'll see how it all plays out. But bit by bit, like Broadcast FM has been business centric, and we realize, well, there's a whole world outside of just business, and in the content of talking about business and online business. So there's numerous topic areas and subject areas that we could be hitting. So I think that's going to be a really interesting sort of approach to really create sort of these micro communities that fall under this sort of media umbrella.
Good. And Blogcast FM focuses on the business, and I know you have an ebook for people today.
So I just released a new free book called SmallArmyStrategy.com. I will be publishing it on Kindle, but one of the part of my promotional strategy was actually to give it away for free to Blogcast FM listeners, just to kind of build our email list and test it. Because the truth is, like, you don't write a book for Kindle, especially a 99-cent book, to make money unless you sell hundreds of thousands of copies, which these days, that's even some of the New York Times bestsellers don't do that. So the goal of this book wasn't to sell copies. It was to share what I felt was a very important message designed for people who have small audiences and, with tactical things they can apply regardless of how big their audience is. Like, this is a book that even if you had 5 or 6 readers, you could use everything in it and, really to nurture that small audience and really turn it into a small army. And that's why it's called the Small Army Strategy.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Srini, for being on the show. All the links below, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. So thanks a lot for being on the show, and we'll see you next time.
Cool.
All right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to like, share, and comment below. Subscribe to this channel for more interviews, and if you want to go further and be live on the interviews, you can go to mmt.tv/live to find out how. Like on Facebook and follow on Twitter to ask your questions, and be sure to get on the mailing list. Go to mmt.tv to get access to all the things that are not contained in these interviews. All the links are mentioned below, and until next time, break the rules, change the game, and be a rock star.